What's up guys, and welcome back to Kombi Life. Today I wanted to talk to you about the most dangerous thing about driving in Mexico. What do you think that might be? A lot of people are quite worried about driving in Mexico, even people that are embarking on huge adventures. And so I'm sure some of you have some preconceptions about what it might be like to drive in Mexico and what might be your biggest fears. But this is actually going to surprise you. So the most dangerous thing about driving in Mexico is not the cartel. It's not the banditos. It's not even the cows on the road at nighttime, although you should watch out for the black cows because you can hardly see them, and that is one of the main reasons why you shouldn't drive at night. But the most dangerous thing about driving in Mexico is actually potholes. I know, you wouldn't expect it to be, but it really is a dangerous thing. And let me tell you why. The roads in Mexico in some places are so super thin because they were trying to build them really economically and not use too much asphalt or tarmac, depending on where you're from, to build the roads. There are some roads in Mexico which are in very good condition, but most of them are not, and a lot of them have been built very economically, which means that they are really thin with no hard shoulder, and there's just enough room in one lane to get a car down. In Baja California, for example, some of the roads are super thin there, and it can be particularly dangerous. And the reason potholes are dangerous, you think like, oh, it's a pothole, maybe I'm going to break my car. But the thing with the potholes is that you can be driving at like 45 to 60 miles an hour on a road and it can seem really good, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, man! Oh, this is bad, this is bad. The holes, Mexico! Boom, the road turns really bad, and you really don't want to hit one of those potholes going anything over like, 20 miles an hour. So you try to slow down really quickly, you try to swerve, and that is where the danger comes. There are often head-on collisions with other cars because both cars are trying to dodge potholes that they see at the last minute. So when driving in Mexico, you have to be super vigilant, not just for the potholes that are in your lane, but you also need to pay attention to what is in front of you, what is coming towards you, and what is behind you. So if you're going to swerve when you're driving a slow vehicle like we do in the Kombi, you have to look, you have to see the pothole, look in your mirror to make sure no one's trying to overtake you, which they usually are, and then swerve. So it can be quite dangerous. Also, you have to be aware of what's in the other lane coming towards you, what the other traffic is facing, because you have to also know if they have potholes in front of them. And so particularly as traffic comes towards you, you have to be extremely vigilant and aware of your surroundings. And believe it or not, this is the main reason why people advise you not to drive on roads at night time in developing countries like Mexico or anywhere through Latin America for that matter. It's because of the road conditions, not because you're going to get held up at gunpoint every time you stop your car, although that is possible in some places. Actually, in many places, the roads are so poorly constructed that weather has taken its toll and parts of the road have actually eroded away. So you have to be extremely careful not to drive too close to the center line because you can actually hit an oncoming car, and a lot of the big trucks are wider than the lane, so they're actually in your lane already. And you can't drive too close to the what would be hard shoulder if it existed, what would you say, passenger side lane, because the road can actually crumble away, which is obviously not ideal either. Of course, if you want to avoid these crappy roads, you can take the toll roads. Mexico is embarking on a mission to spread toll roads across the country. They are a little bit more expensive, but no doubt you get that back in savings on maintenance on your vehicle because the roads are in really good condition. The good side is that you get places a lot faster, you do less damage on your car, and you use less gasoline. The downsides are that they don't go through the little towns, so you see more when you're on the old free roads. So we always drive on the free roads and rarely go on the toll roads, but it is an option if that's your cup of tea. Okay guys, that's it for this video. If you've ever driven in a developing country or Mexico, please let me know what the most dangerous thing about driving there for you was, because I'm always interested. Leave a message in the comments area below and I'll get down there and check that out. Until next time.
Happy travels.
What? Were you there the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Cheeky.